Yes, people, welcome back to the 1894 for a brand new video. This is the fourth part of our four-part series based on the striker situation in Manchester City. If you watched our last three videos, or if you haven't done so far, do go and give them a watch and see what we thought about the three players we spoke about. But this video is specifically about why we don't actually necessarily need a striker. Obviously, we would all like one, and there's many names being thrown in the mix. Myself and Joe have just spent the last half an hour speaking about these names thrown in the mix, but we also have come to the conclusion that there is definitely a scenario where City don't sign and don't need one. Of course, we've just let go of Ferran Torres to Barcelona. He was our sort of makeshift striker option. Now we have none, unless Jesus wants to go back to being a striker that wasn't that great. And we want to basically have this conversation based on why we would not need a striker. I think we have a goal difference of 40 in the Premier League right now. We are 10 points clear. We are banging goals in for fun. Well, up until this week when we played Brentford and Arsenal, we were banging in goals for fun. There was something like 17 goals in 2 or 3 games there. And that is not signs of a team struggling without a striker. And let's not forget, we do have a couple of very good striker options in the ranks in our academy. We obviously have the infamous Liam Delap, who has made 1 or 2 appearances for the first team. I think he's possibly scored maybe in a League Cup game or something. Maybe Joe can come in with some facts on that. But he is obviously tearing it up. He was the top scorer in the Premier League 2 last season. He has been suffering with injury so far this season, which is probably why he has not been given any opportunity this far. I think there is opportunity to come for Liam Delap, though, at some stage. I do want to get that out there. What do you think about the idea of City not signing any of these world-class, big-name strikers and just keep going as we're going? The system doesn't seem to be failing. The system is doing quite well. I trust Pep, and I'm quite satisfied that we can score goals, and we do have an up-and-coming option in Liam Delap, who could be bred into the squad the same way the likes of Phil Foden was, Palmer is currently undergoing, and to a lesser extent McAtee.
I don't think it's necessarily too hot a take. We do not need a striker. We don't. When you score 7 against Leeds and 4 against Newcastle, and you hit Watford for, I know we had a striker. I know we had Aguero, then we hit Watford for 8. We usually hit them for about 5. We don't need a striker. We don't. Now, I can give 2 examples for this one. The first example of why, a striker would help is the first half at Anfield this season. Striker on the pitch, we probably take one of them opportunities. We go on to win the game. We take 3 points from that game. But the example against it that I give is Leeds. If we have a striker on the pitch, I don't think we score 7. I don't. I think the football we play the style that we play now that is really, really fluid and players switch positions can only be played when you don't have someone through the middle and everyone is comfortable switching positions throughout the game. So the football will not be as nice to watch, but right now we are playing some absolutely liquid football that is like the most fluid that you'll ever see. So, of course, I still want one. Deep down, I still want one, because even if they come off the bench, it's a good option that can come and get you a goal, and you'll get one chance and score a goal. Like a Ferran Torres, when we used to have him, he used to come off the bench, and you'd know if he got a chance, he'd more than likely take it. So that's a good thing to have, and obviously, the better you sign one, they can start games. And again, like that Liverpool example that I gave, probably win that game if you have a striker. But I just think you can't look at a team with the highest goal difference in the league, scoring 100 goals in a season, and go, yeah, we need a striker because we're not scoring enough. I don't see it. We'll be totally fine without one. So if the right deal doesn't come along, I would be absolutely, I'd be A-okay without signing the striker. I would. And it's not the end of the world if we don't, really. I just think post-Pep, it'd be useful to have one.
Your last point there was actually the main reason why we would need a striker, but it's not necessarily right now. Post-Pep, whoever comes in to replace Pep Guardiola will not be able to emulate the style of football that we play under Pep. He just won't. He's an absolute footballing genius, Pep Guardiola, and you also hit the nail on the head when you said that the style of football we play right now facilitates players like Bernardo to come in and score the amount of goals he has, like Mahrez to score the amount of goals he has. Foden chips in every so often. Sterling is starting to chip in. Players like that start to lose goals or don't get as many if we have a number 9, because we're constantly trying to hit our number 9. So the interesting thing really is when we do drop points, which we haven't done many times this season, thank God. We lost to Crystal Palace. We drew with Liverpool. You mentioned that game. We drew with Southampton as well. Those are the games where the media start going, oh, is this signs showing now that Manchester City need a striker? And then we go out and thump Leeds 7-0 or whatever it was. And all of a sudden they're going, well, maybe they don't really need a striker. The fact of the matter is we are playing absolutely outstanding football right now. There's some of the best football England has ever seen. Graham Souness said on Sky Sports yesterday, at the time of recording following the Chelsea-Liverpool match, that this is the strongest group of players in English football history. If you think the strongest group of players in English football history needs a striker or a new striker, a sexy name just to appeal to the fans, then you're not really a City fan if that's the case, because we should just feel blessed and gifted to be seeing what we are seeing. Yes, it would be so exciting to sign someone like a Haaland just for the hype around this guy coming in, but you would have to bear in mind that he would alter our style of play, whether we like it or not. It would not be this fast, free-flowing football that we're used to seeing during the Pep Guardiola era. It would all be very much, yes, pass it around the middle of the park, but get it to that guy's feet, get it to Haaland's feet. People like Foden, like I said, Mahrez, Bernardo, all these players would not see as much of the ball, and they would not get as many opportunities to score. That's the fact of the matter. That is the point I'm making for why City may not need a striker. We made points in our previous parts of this little mini-series as to why we should sign the three options that we spoke about, but this is also our argument as for why we may not need a striker. We're trying to be as open and as honest as possible. I think there's very positive scenarios to come from all three of these possibilities that we spoke about, or all four of these possibilities we spoke about in this four-part mini-series. It's definitely an interesting one. But what you should take away from this mini-series is, and we are blessed to be in the position we are right now, watching the football we are right now, watching the goals we score right now. It's some of the best, like I said, England has ever seen. So maybe, just maybe, bringing a striker in would disturb that slightly. I don't know. I'll leave that up to you guys at home to give your thoughts and formulate your own ideas. I'm not an expert. I'm just a fan giving my ideas and thoughts. Please leave a like on the video if you would. This is the last of a little mini-series we did. We really enjoyed recording these videos. The striker position is always the most exciting position on the pitch to speak about and to think about. So let us know your thoughts on all four of the videos and all four of the players and the four possible outcomes that we've spoken about. Like I said, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to 850. The support's been amazing recently. And we'll see you very soon, hopefully with some more interesting conversations and topics. Good night. God bless.